Hey guys, sorry for the wait, internet issues. Rory, would you care to kick us off?
Sure, will do. Yeah, thanks, Heather. You probably took that game a little bit deeper than you were expecting at one stage in your innings, but does it feel like an underperformance all round?
Yeah, it wasn't a game we deserved to win, to be honest. Just short with the bat again. I think we showed real fight again, which is a great quality to have in this team. Fight with the bat to get us up to something that we could try and defend, and then fight with the ball to obviously take it that deep. But yeah, it definitely wasn't a game we deserved to win. It was a pretty decent pitch, so we short with the bat. And yeah, I guess as a top order, we're pretty disappointed in that dressing room not being able to put together a total, leave a little bit to the tail, leave them a lot to do. So yeah, a bit frustrating, but we know the talent that we've got in that batting lineup. We're going to have to find a way to turn it around very quickly. We've got a game day after tomorrow again, so we have to turn it around quite quickly as a batting group and really take responsibility to be the ones to score those runs.
In terms of the batting, being all out 3 times in 3 ODIs, that's a signal or a symptom, I suppose, of something that's not quite right. I suppose next time out, you're hoping to not lose the 10 wickets and really see some, I guess, big partnerships.
Yeah, definitely. I think partnerships is a big word. We've lost wickets in clusters throughout this series, and we need to find a way to be a little bit better. We've identified when we sometimes bat first, we want to be a lot better on tougher wickets and slower wickets, and finding a way to push past that 250 mark really consistently when it is tough, and obviously when it's really good, go way past it. So yeah, a few tired dismissals, I think. But yeah, no excuse. I think we just need to be better as a batting group.
Did Maddie Green do anything you can maybe tap into and maybe look for your top order to sort of replicate maybe some of that calmness?
Yeah, I think we've shown a lot of that before. And we've got the talent in there to do that. I don't think we need to look too far outside of the group to do that. She batted well. She obviously was only chasing a small total, so knew that she could take her time in doing that, and she played nicely. But yeah, we've got so much talent in that group, and I'm sure we'll be able to turn it around.
Thanks, and I appreciate your position is compromised somewhat on the Pakistan tour, but I just wonder if you're able to tell us if you personally, as an individual, were happy to go out there. You obviously spoke quite optimistically about it just a few days ago.
Well, we obviously found out yesterday that the board had made the decision for us not to go, and it's above our heads a little bit, but obviously there was conversations between the PCA, EWPP and TEP on the boys' side with the ECB before obviously New Zealand's withdrawal. So yeah, look, it's quite a complicated situation, I think it's fair to say, and unfortunate for Pakistan cricket that we're obviously not going to tour, and hopefully further down the line we'll be able to do that and we'll be able to go there, because I do think in the future it's important for them, particularly women's cricket, to be out there with what's going on in the region at the moment.
Thank you very much. And just on a personal level, do you feel like your voice was heard, your opinion was sought in this matter? Yeah,
I think the conversation and the communication between the board and PCA is a strong one, and I think it was a tricky situation, obviously, with what had gone on with New Zealand, and I think taking it out of our hands is probably the right thing to do, and that was done with a view to try and look after the players, I guess. So yeah, look, it's for the people above us to make those decisions a little bit, and for us to get on with them and accept whatever they are. So yeah, hopefully sometime in the future we'll be able to go.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Rory. I've got nothing in the chat box, but I'm assuming we do have more questions. Who would like to speak, please?
I'll go, Henry.
Thanks, Beth.
Heather, you've talked the last couple of matches about there being some kind of tired-looking shots from the England batters, and it's obviously been quite a long season. Is there any sense of relief amongst the group, leaving aside the kind of importance of Pakistani women's cricket, as to not having to go and maybe having a little bit of time off before what's going to be a really big winter?
No, I don't think so. I think we're preparing to go. So no, I don't think that's a thing. I think we were going to look at who we were going to take and what was the best preparation for us in those games. But we were preparing to go.
And then obviously there was this security threat yesterday. Can you kind of talk us through what happened from the perspective of the England camp?
Yeah, I think it was one of those weird ones that I think in terms of what were reported, I think it was over-egged. It wasn't as serious as it was. I think it was just a case of an email had been sent and that had to be looked into properly. And I think it's reassuring to know that that was the case, but it was a bit of a nothing thing, to be brutally honest.
So it didn't have any impact on your kind of feelings going into the game today?
No, we obviously had to stay at our hotel in Stratford for a little bit longer, delayed our movement to the hotel in Leicester. But no, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be right for us to use that as an excuse.
And Catherine Brunt was brilliant today. She went off right at the end. Is she doing okay? And just kind of a few words on captaining her.
Yeah, she was a warrior, wasn't she? Showed her value with the bat, how she can shepherd an innings and really just show some fight. Really, she's a proper fighter. And obviously with the ball, she was outstanding. The way she bowled with the new ball, and probably I brought her back sooner than I wanted to for her second and third spell, because we needed to obviously bowl them out and take wickets. But she just had some sore heels as she went off. She's got a bit of plantar fascia, so that was the reason she went off. And obviously with all our players, we're trying to manage them and trying to look after them. And Catherine isn't a spring chicken anymore, and we want to get her in the best possible place early next year, because she's going to be a huge part of us being successful, hopefully, in Australia and New Zealand.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harpreet. Yes, please.
Cool. Just to follow up on Catherine Brunt there, what do you think are her best attributes that she brings? Is it now her experience? Is it the fire she gets in her belly when she's out there bowling? Or is it that resilience with the bat? What do you think she brings most to this team, looking ahead to what you've got coming up?
Oh, she brings so much. I think her biggest thing is her competitiveness and the high standards that she sets for herself and sets for everyone else. And she drags people with her as well, with that competitiveness, and brings the best out of people. So there's a lot of characteristics she has. Resilience as well is a huge one. The way she's come back from 2 pretty serious back injuries, 2 back surgeries, and she's always willing to put herself and her body on the line for the interest of the team.
Well, thanks for that.
Thanks, Harpreet. Nick Friend, please.
Hi, Heather. Just one on the tail, really. How impressed have you been by the contributions of Kate and Tash, and I guess also the potential of Sophie and Sarah, and I guess all the others? It feels like you've got a real group of batting options down the order now as well. I mean, is that something that you and Lisa have sort of consciously pushed in the last sort of 18 months or so? Yeah,
I think it's something they've done themselves as well. They've been desperate to work really hard on their batting, always bugging Lisa to get more time batting in the nets. And really pleased with them, actually. Obviously, as a batting group, we don't want to put them in that position too often. We want to score the majority of the runs. But they've handled the last 2 games, the situations they've been in, really well, and shown that they can contribute to the batting totals and show a bit of fight and a bit of ticker as well, which is really pleasing. And they're doing it for their domestic teams as well. Crossy is obviously batting higher up for Lancs, and Tash for her team as well. So it's really nice for them to get a little bit of reward for that hard work they've done. And it's just nice to have them contributing. But obviously, as a batting group, we want to be the main ones scoring those runs.
Thanks, Heather.
Thanks, Nick. I don't believe we have any more questions. I'll just give you an opportunity. No, thank you very much, everyone. See you in a couple of days.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.